So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make bath salts. Now this is a great present and it's a really easy way to use up herbs, some dried herbs that maybe are a little bit too old now to be used for other things. They're still great to go in the bath. Now you can use any salt that you really want as a base. Epsom salts, for example, you can add in. You can have whatever salt you happen to have in your cupboard. So if you've got, I wouldn't use old-fashioned table salt, but real sea salts. If you've got different kinds in the cupboard, then that's fine. And if you've got different size grains, that's really nice. But don't worry if you haven't, because whatever you happen to have is fine to use as a bath salt. Now, because this is going to be a bath salt and not a scrub, I'm not going to be worried about the fact that I'm actually using quite coarse crystals, because they're going to be dissolving into the bath. It's not something that someone's going to rub on their skin and actually that's going to cause them some problems. So I'm using a coarse sea salt, and if you've seen my other videos, you know that I love to make it in the pot that you're going to be doing it in. So that's what we're doing. That's fine. Right, now you can, if you want, add an essential oil to this. It would just be a couple of drops to about this amount of sea salt in your jar that I'm gonna be giving it in this jar. Now some people can react to essential oils, and so they are a little bit more problematic than, for example, the herbs that we're going to put in. People tend not to react to those, whereas the concentrated essential oils, sometimes people can when it's in the bath. So do just be a bit aware of that. Just 1 or 2 drops of lavender is usually fine, but if you're giving it to somebody who's extremely sensitive, I would forego the essential oil. So as I said, we could add different salts in here. I'm just going to leave it to this plain coarse sea salt today. Now I'm going to be adding some rosemary, and that's because I have got lots of rosemary that needs using up, and that's the exact great time to put it in. So just give it a stir. And there's not exact measurements, you don't need an exact amount, just have a look to see how much salt there is to how much rosemary, how much you want to put in. If you want there to be more rosemary, if you don't, then just put it in as much as you want. So this is fine. Rosemary is very invigorating. It's going to release its essential oils, but in a very gentle way in the bath. So it's very invigorating rather than a relaxing bath. It's more of an invigorating bath. So there are different herbs that you can use, obviously, for different things. If we were using chamomile, it's going to be more relaxing. You could add lavender, actual lavender flowers. Chamomile and lavender, would be a more relaxing bath, whereas this is a slightly more invigorating one with the rosemary. I'm going to add some rose petals. Now this really is just more for it to look a bit pretty. Obviously, rose does have its own medicinal properties. And those are going to come through a little bit in that, so you can just mix in, again, just the amount that you feel you want to have in there. If you want more, add more. If you want less, don't put it in. So it's really just completely up to you what you want to mix in there. If you want to mix lots of different herbs, then you can. If you just want one, then just go with one, it's fine. Whatever you particularly like, you can pop into a bath salt, so it's really handy, and it's a really lovely present to give to somebody, and you can just make it out of things that you have in the kitchen cupboard. So really cheap, really easy to make. So do leave a comment if you've made it before. What was your favourite combinations? And don't forget to subscribe.